Welcome into the Association Postgame, everybody. I'm MJ Acosta-Ruiz, a humbled host here. Two-time All-Star Isaiah Thomas and NBA insider Chris Haynes are in the house with me. Yeah, wall-to-wall coverage of the SoFi play-in tournament, including post-game press conferences from Heat Hornets. Oh, my little heart can't take this. So as we wait for the players to take the podium, let's take a look at that highlight from the overtime game.
So you want to see this, MJ?
I don't, but we just lived it in real time. But here we are. I will say, are you not entertained?
Oh, it was definitely entertaining from start to finish.
Let's start from the top when Bam was still in. Nice hook shot.
Looked like Bam was off to a great game.
Yeah, so second quarter now. LaMelo makes contact with Bam.
We got to talk about that later on.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Lower back pain. I feel that at a visceral level this week. He left the game, did not return, finished with just 6 points. Tough to watch him walk out of here. But yes, Chris, we will definitely talk to you about that in a minute. All right, if he plays later. Davion Mitchell. Come on. The step back, Isaiah?
Hell of a game by Davion Mitchell.
All right, under 3 before the break. Ooh, Miles Bridges with a deep 3. 15 points in the first half for Bridges. Period. Here comes LaMelo again.
Got him smiling.
His little dribble moves. Nice. 17 in the first half for LaMelo. All right, let's jump to the second half of this game. Third quarter. Wow. All the way to the other side. Great stuff by Wiggins.
Woo! IT, was that?
I'm not sure. I've never been that high, so I don't know what that was.
LaMelo doing more LaMelo things. Moments later, fellow Larson over to Ware. Is he done? All right, under 2 minutes left in the third.
He had a huge third quarter.
Huge third quarter. We thought he opened the game up, too.
Right.
Look at him.
At the buzzer, Kobe White, unbelievable. He had an amazing third quarter.
Yeah,
all right, fourth quarter now.
Fly with me.
Wiggins had quite a fourth quarter. All right, Heat still on the attack here.
Ooh, nice. Snatch, crossover dribble, step back 3.
Here's your boy Mitchell. What I loved about this game is how close it was throughout.
Yeah. Every possession mattered.
100%. You could not take your eyes off the screen.
Big shots after big shots.
That's what happens when it's win or go home. Ooh, Bridges getting it done though for sure for his squad. Everybody stepped up. All right, 12.9 seconds to go.
Look at this.
Charlotte.
Look at this right here.
White to tie it.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Time game with 10 seconds left. I cannot. This is not for the weak. Watching, that is.
I mean, the defense is right there. It's nice and contested.
You
And
can't
yet,
be mad at that.
Hey,
when you have the shot, you have the shot.
It's a hell of a shot.
On fire. Pearls bouncing everywhere, I get it. All right, so we're down to 10 seconds on the clock. We need a hero. Tyler?
I thought this was going down right.
It looked
Top of
good.
the key.
It looked good.
But no!
Back iron.
All time it is.
It looked good.
All right,
Now,
under 30 left in
speaking
overtime.
of Tyler,
Right.
Down
Look at
5
that.
with 25 seconds left.
Puts the Heat
Ooh.
right back
then
in.
they send pressure.
A little more Tyler.
Great defense right here.
Get it to him. Get to the corner. The foul, though.
They got
IT didn't see the foul.
Yeah, I don't think
He
that
didn't,
was
but
a foul.
there was a lot of things that
For sure.
that were not seen in this game.
Travels.
To name,
Don't go there.
to name one. All right, here we go. What was his 90%
Yeah,
from the free
90%.
throw line?
He's
And
not
yeah,
missing.
he showed that off. Made all 3 free throws, and the Heat are up by 1 with 8 seconds to go.
Look at this play.
At this
Charles.
point, I can't even look up, but I did. Charlotte Ball, LaMelo. Insane.
This is a hell of a defensive play by Miles Bridges.
Here we go. They knew they had to be quick, but Charlotte wins by 1 in overtime. Unreal, 126-125, the final score. I'm shooketh. The Hornets move on to the next game. LaMelo led the way with 30 points. Bridges and Brandon Miller combined for 51. Oh yeah, Kobe White finished with 19, including 14 in the third quarter, and the game-tying 3 in the fourth, while Davion Mitchell and Andrew Wiggins led the Heat with 55 points combined. Not enough, though. Here's LaMelo after that crazy win.
A game, and what a play. Walk me through how you were able to get this win.
We stuck with it. We stuck with it. We grinded out. I mean, we wasn't hitting our threes. All the shots we wasn't hitting, but like I said, we stuck with it.
What were you thinking on that drive?
On that last drive, pretty much I just got to win the game. I feel like I just the game up, so I'm like, it's my fault. I gotta make it work.
And look, there's so much excitement around this team, and the stakes so high. How would you describe just the overall team effort, especially Kobe White and his shot that sent it over to overtime?
You know, Kobe White's great for us. He can make big plays. He's a great teammate, great dude. We love having him here.
So the season is still alive. You guys face whoever is the loser, and we are presenting you with the NBA on Prime Playmaker chain. And LaMelo, look, it's live actual plays.
Hornets posting this, working on graphic right now, but we want to go hard.
I like the transparency.
The transparency. They said, give us a minute. Okay,
At least
just
they're
so that we
honest.
got the dub. Incredible. This is exactly what the play-in tournament games should be. Down to the wire. I don't know, we need overtime. But give me a one-point game. Give me down to the wire. Give me a heart attack. I don't know. But we're here. Craziness all the way through, Isaiah.
Crazy, but that's like how the Hornets season's been. Like
100%.
that's a definition of a Hornets game. But you got to give a shout out to the Miami Heat for fighting, especially without Bam. Basically the whole game.
Yeah.
They fought. They had chances to win, but man, shout out to the Charlotte Hornets. They're so exciting. They're so young at the same time. But like these wins are just only building for the right direction that they're heading into.
Yeah, what a way to start the play-in. Like this was, you know, pretty historic performances on both sides. We had big shots. Tyler Hero came through. Bridges on the offensive end and on the defensive end. Melo hitting big shots. Kobe White. Like it was a team effort on both sides.
Yeah, it was. This is exactly what we're talking about, because sometimes we think so-and-so, a lot of people were looking at Bam to really step up in this game, to show that he could be that first option, the true leader of this team. What you don't account for is, unfortunately, an injury like that. All right, we're going to head over to the podium because Hornets coach, Coach Lee, he's at the podium. Let's take a listen.
Where I've seen the most growth and maturity from our group is just finding a way to respond. And, you know, I thought that our execution at times was good. At times it was not good. But when it mattered, I thought we executed our side out of bounds really well. And then that winning effort and competitiveness and togetherness to come up with a big-time block at the end of the game just shows kind of who we are.
With Melo, can you walk us through that last play of the game in overtime to kind of win the game? What was the play that you drew up there that he executed the way you wanted to?
Yeah, you know, really like Kobe is an outlet back there. So having Kobe play well and being a trustworthy ball handler, it helps having him in the backcourt in case they try to deny something. And then for Melo, if they maintain or switch, he's the first look. And if not, you got Brandon on the backside. So we trust him. You know, credit to Sion too. I think sometimes, you know, you get all the guy that scored gets the most credit, but I think that inbounder is so important. And for Sion to kind of be sitting there and not always be in the game when his number was called, he came up with a big time inbounds.
And then with Kobe White, can you put into words just what he meant for you guys, especially in the second half, and just that shot to put you guys in overtime there?
Yeah, he's been huge since he's got here. He showed who he is again tonight in a big moment. You know, a winner go home game, and you know, even he didn't have a great first half, and I thought that he just continued to stick with it and found his way and came up with big plays down the stretch. He's been here before. He's confident in himself, and we're confident in him as well.
Coach, this city hasn't seen postseason basketball in 10 years. Last year, yesterday, you said you were hoping it was going to be lit in here. How lit was it in here, and how important was the crowd today?
My kids told me I'm not allowed to say lit anymore. But I thought that the environment in there was exactly how I pictured it. The support all game from the crowd, the noise.